There was no audio last video because I was screen recording my own video off of the last editing app I had, just because it wouldn't let me post it without, uh, yeah. Anyways, gonna show you how to set up a car in this video. Don't mind the slight flexing of my GTR I got. Don't shake your head at me, I see that over there. Anyways, you're probably gonna, if you're just starting out, you're probably gonna want to go with a cheaper car. Um, don't mind me, again, flexing, but the Beamers are usually a good option. As you can see, I have quite a few cars already set up. There's this E36. It works pretty good. It usually slides really nicely. It's a decent amount of power. The Evo is a really good option if you want like a more, I don't know, whatever. But I go with the Beamer. Like, don't really need all that much power, but you should put some of your money into brakes. If you're just starting out, like literally just open the game, then you probably don't have as much money as I do, because I just have what's left over from what I've been fiddling around with since last video. Not really much you can do with the stock suspension. And then, don't mind that little screen shake there. I don't really have all that many tips for, like, race-wise, at least. Um, Except for maybe, uh, instead of using your brakes, sometimes just slide your car like a few extra degrees and uh, use your accelerator instead. This video is unscripted, that's why there's so many just, what's going on? Because I don't know how, like, scripts work, but anyways, so I don't know it at this point in time, or at least at this point in time in the video, but I was going like way too fast into half of these corners, and that's why this run's pretty messy. It's not really the best, but oh well. No one really cares too much about that. Just messes with your points a little bit. I lose my flow up here kind of quickly. Made me a little bit. Didn't upset, yeah, like that. That was not fun. I do take these first couple hairpins pretty well, though. I don't know if you can hear the fan in the background, or fans, plural, but, if you can, I'll try to not have that happen next video, unless I just don't care, then, I'm not gonna care. Another tip maybe would be, if you're going over like 120 into a corner, you should probably hit the brakes a bit. Like, I always try to go a little bit less than 120. And another thing that you'll see later on in the video is that you only really need about 4 or 500 horsepower. With a lot of the cars, like pretty much, like most of the cars after the Supra, you can get up to 700 horsepower. And if you can control that well, that's nice. But I personally I don't really have the skill for that type of thing, so I tend not to. There are like some course specific tips that I could possibly give. They're not like the greatest though. These hairpins, these hairpins took me a while to figure out how to do well, and I'm still not even the great, or not that great at them. Yeah, something that you should try to avoid, like you would have just seen in that last corner, is over rotation. Over rotation, all it's gonna do is slow you down and like mess up your line for the next drift. If you have like some corners that are lined up nicely, or just going too fast, like I am here, but I got to slow down pretty well. Another little tip is that you should try to use sliding as braking more than your brakes, because it keeps your speed and it keeps your RPMs up, so that way you're ready to just accelerate the moment you're done sliding. You'll probably see that up here quite a bit, just because this last part of the course is a little bit rougher for me. I haven't really gotten... Hey, I saw that. Yeah, like that was a situation where sliding is better than braking. So technically, the real drift line is like supposed to be on the very outside. You won't see me do that all that often, because it's not really all that fast, except for around really wide corners. But, yeah, hitting the guardrail is another reason I try to stay more towards the middle of the road most of the time. Or just hitting anything really kind of sucks. Here comes another hairpin. I don't remember if I botched this one or not. A little bit, but it's not too bad. I'm gonna be honest, I don't think anyone's even, like, gonna watch this far into the video. So, I don't know. I did mess up there, and that kind of, like, also ruined the flow. But the race does end soon, so that's good. The end of, because I just do one downhill run. End of the road is like just down there, so not too bad. Not the fastest, but it's also not the slowest. That's really all I got going for me. A little bit of a cut up here because ads. Anyways, now that you have money, you can go and buy more stuff for your car. First thing, suspension. You only need like the second upgrade. You don't need all that much. And then transmission is really good to have upgraded as well, because the cleaner that your car shifts, the better, because it keeps your movements like clean, I guess. 2 centimeters lowered, like 2 to 4 usually is really good. You don't want to go like 6 centimeters. I think you can go 8, but you definitely don't want to go 6. 3 to 5 degrees for front camber is best. Rear camber, you can have like 1 degree, maybe 2. I don't really do any. I'm only doing offset here for aesthetics. And the front camber is just so that way your front tires grip a little bit more when you slide, so that way you can like control it just a bit better. It helps a little more than you think. And don't forget to try to make your car look nice. I mean, if you like the stock color, go ahead and like the stock color. That's just normal, but personally I like to try and put some cool colors on my cars. Usually I do like reds or like greens and yellows, but I thought this color was pretty nice. It looks almost satin in a sense. But anyways, I'll see you in like 2-3 weeks maybe, or it could be like a day.